The world's most powerful nations, the largest economies, and billions of people all depend on something incredibly small. A narrow stretch of water, barely 33 kilometers wide at its narrowest point. Yet this thin corridor controls a massive share of the world's energy. This passage is the Strait of Hormuz, a strategic gateway quietly regulating the flow of global oil. Nearly 1/5 of all petroleum traded by sea moves through this single route. Every day, massive oil tankers glide through these waters, each ship carrying millions of barrels of crude oil. Their journey begins in the energy-rich Persian Gulf and continues toward markets in Asia, Europe, and beyond. But there is a dangerous reality. If this narrow corridor were ever blocked, even for a short time, the consequences would be immediate. Fuel prices would surge, global markets would panic, and political tensions could rise within hours. The Strait of Hormuz lies between Iran in the north and Oman and the United Arab Emirates in the south. This narrow gateway connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman and the vast Arabian Sea. Through this passage flows the lifeblood of modern civilization, oil from Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates. All of it moving through shipping lanes, only a few kilometers wide. A massive global trade, squeezed through a single narrow bottleneck. The vulnerability of this route became painfully clear during the Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s. Both sides targeted oil tankers in what became known as the Tanker War. Explosions echoed across the Gulf. Dozens of ships were damaged. Some were destroyed entirely. The crisis forced international naval forces to escort commercial vessels through these dangerous waters. For the first time, the world truly understood how fragile its energy lifeline could be. Even today, tension lingers. The Strait of Hormuz has become one of the most heavily monitored waterways on Earth. Warships patrol the horizon. Surveillance aircraft circle overhead. Satellites watch every movement. And yet, the threat never disappears. Iran has repeatedly warned that it could close the strait in response to sanctions or military pressure. Even the possibility of such a move can send oil prices skyrocketing overnight because the world knows how critical this narrow passage truly is. But oil is only part of the story. Huge shipments of liquefied natural gas also travel through these waters, especially from Qatar. Energy carried through this route powers factories, moves vehicles, and warms homes across continents. In many ways, the Strait of Hormuz acts like a vital artery in the body of the global economy. If that artery were ever blocked, the shockwaves would spread across the entire planet. Today, advanced satellites, powerful naval fleets, and international cooperation work constantly to keep the shipping lanes open. But one fact cannot be changed. Geography. The world still depends on this narrow passage of water, a thin line between two coastlines, holding enormous power over the modern world. And that leads to a chilling question. What would really happen if the Strait of Hormuz were suddenly closed?